Okay, welcome to GrindHaus on 42nd Street. And we are back with our featured star of the week, artist of the week, that like little video series we're starting right now. And we have a special effects production company is what we're highlighting for this week's star and is a little it's a very lesser known production company, but is guaranteed that you've seen something they've done. They've done some pretty big stuff. They're still active to this day, but they kind of pick and choose what they do. They don't have to go crazy, and they kind of specialize in stop motion, which isn't used very much, and creatures, and just a certain kind of special
But
effects.
like, there's a niche market
Yeah,
for
yeah.
what they do
They do,
specifically.
and they do a lot of animation and stuff. So yeah, it's not as big as other stuff when they're so they are the Chiodo brothers production company, and they're
Is it?
best known for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Then they directed, written that, so they've done other stuff, but that is the
That
main
is
thing
like
they're known for.
100%
Yeah.
theirs.
Yep.
Is it Kyoto or Chiodo?
Chiodo.
Kyoto.
Chiodo.
Okay.
Ki
Because I saw the
is the
CH.
pronunciation. The K. It's Ki. Ki. When you look at a pronunciation of it,
It
it's
starts with the key.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I knew of them from Killer Clowns,
Mm-hmm.
and you said, "Oh well, they've done this and this," and I'm thinking like, yeah, I could see that style, but like, what if they, And then you're like, well, check out this full list,
Yeah.
and it starts, and it literally doesn't fucking stop.
Yeah, there's
Like,
so much stuff on there. A lot of indie stuff, a lot of kids stuff, a lot of like early horror movie stuff from like the 80s and 90s, and they got a couple things here and there. They just do a wide variety of stuff. Like I said, because they so all right. Let's get into a little intro for them. But so you have the Chiodo brothers. They're Stephen, Charles, and Edward Chiodo. They were born in the Bronx, New York. More New Yorkers. They're an American trio of siblings that specialize in special effects. So they specialize in clay modeling, creature creation, stop motion, and animatronics, and they're known for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. God, I can't talk right now. They create a lot of puppets, and then the special effects for films like Critters, Ernest Scared Stupid, Team America, World Police. They did major claymation sequences in large movies like Pee Wee's Big Adventure when that
the
was in
large
there.
Marge
Yep,
scene.
yep,
That scene
yep,
used to scare the shit out of
yep.
me.
It was awesome. They did stop motion elements in the North Pole scenes for Elf, and they created the elaborate mouse dioramas and masterpieces, they call it, in the 2010 film Dinner for Schmucks. So that's just a little taste of what they did. So as you see, they have a pretty wide variety and some
Very
cult
eclectic,
movies. Yeah,
yeah.
they're not
Huh.
always credited as like the major studio they did it, but other studios will bring them in to do certain stuff that they more specialize in. So when we go over their list, it's going to be a long list, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that they had a part in.
I mean, one of the first things that I see on their list is actually something pretty major. Not the first thing, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
but
don't know exactly. So a lot of this stuff I don't know exactly. I'd have to like go crazy and dig into it, or maybe get one of them on the phone because it doesn't really tell you exactly what they did.
right.
But they had a part in making Michael Jackson's Thriller come to life, which is a huge
Massive hit.
thing. Yeah. And that was 1983. 1983. They did the
Hmm.
first thing, I Go Pogo. I don't even know what that is. I mean, if I looked at it, I could probably tell you, but it's not. It's animation
It,
comedy. It's not important.
yeah.
It's
So, I
1980.
mean,
Yeah.
it was a foot in the door.
Foot in the door. Yeah, I mean, made them money, whatever. And then someone
Yep.
saw that, and or maybe they knew someone they got to do something involving the Thriller video. So then you scroll through here, and they did the 1986 Popples movie, the TV movie.
Yep.
They were
Popples were huge.
huge, back then.
My sister still has her Popple pillow to this day.
I think we actually talked about that before.
Yeah. That thing's like older than I am.
Yeah.
She still has it.
Yeah. So then in '86, also one of the huge things they did for the horror community is they made critters. So they were the character and animatronics and the creation of the critters, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite monsters of all time, even though there's a bunch of them. But just the whole idea of them is great. There's actually a new show on Shudder now, a Critters series.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't really checked it out yet, but it's just so much stuff to get into, you know.
Yeah,
Just so much stuff. So they keep doing these fairy tale theaters. They did a bunch of them. Tall Tales and Legends, like all adventure comedy, family animation stuff. And then we get into Critters 2 in '88, and then they made Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And then also in '88 they did the Purple People Eater. Now this is 1988. I don't know. You remember this? I mean, this is I think you were born in '88, right? Somewhere around.
I was born in '87.
'87, yeah. So we saw this a little later.
A VHS copy of this made it to my house when I was around 4. And even at the age of 4, I said, "This is shit."
I remember watching this as like, a very young kid and seeing it and laughing hysterically at it, like it was just bad. But the Purple People
awful.
Eater, it's based off that stupid song, basically.
Yeah.
It's literally what it's based off. It has no, and it's just one of those crappy. The Purple People helps an elderly couple who are being evicted by their greedy landlord. Like, what does that have anything to do with the Purple People Eater? And it's like a kid's thing. It's just totally off the wall. But the creature
when you're
design's
making
cool.
a movie based off of a song, you don't like. There's a movie called "Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer."
Yes.
It's based off of 3 verses and a chorus,
And
so there's not much lore.
It should be directed by Eli Roth. That'd be the bloodiest. No. The Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Grandma Got Run Over by a
It'd be like the
Reindeer.
bloodiest movie short ever. So then he did
I'd watch it.
some dinosaur thing. Then he had a hand in Weird Al's UHF. I mean, that's a cult classic by far.
It is.
You don't have to like everything in it because it's a lot of skits and comedy stuff. I mean, it all melts together, but you know what I mean? It's kind of a hodgepodge.
It was
of
shit
stuff.
on.
Yeah, it was. Big time.
Yeah.
He had a hand in Darkman. Darkman is a great franchise. They all kind of progressively get lower as you get to the third one, but they're still entertaining and fun.
Yeah.
It could have went further than it did, unfortunately. It's Sam Raimi did the first one. I think he might have did the second one. I don't think he did the third one, though. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Then we had the Monsters TV show for 2 years. It's one of those like Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt little anthology shows. It was pretty good for its time. I don't think it would hold up to this day. Nothing crazy. Did a Land of the Lost adventure family comedy. I mean, Land of the Lost was like a big kind of franchise.
Yeah.
At one point in time, Critters 3 and 4. They did the Sewer Shark video game, which was a huge thing on Sega CD when it came out.
Yeah, Sewer Shark was huge.
They did the action scenes.
Okay.
And the film, like the filming, like for the game, and there was a lot of like model building and stop motion when stuff exploded in the action sequences. I've never beat it because it's impossible to fucking beat that game. I'd like to meet someone that did, but yeah.
Wow. They did the Double Dragon movie?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they did parts of it. I don't think they did the whole thing. They had some work on that. That's a shit fest, and yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people shit on the Super Mario Brothers movie for a video game movie that's bad. Go watch Double Dragon.
Now, here's the thing, though. Double Dragon movie's bad. It's whatnot, but it's entertaining as fuck because of how bad it is. It is bad.
I'll put it in that category.
It's no like Tammy and the T-Rex or anything, or you know what I mean, like that bad. But it's pretty entertaining because it's pretty terrible. But it's like filmed like a real movie though.
It is.
It's not like
you have
solo.
to watch it with a friend.
It's not like yeah. It's kind of hard to watch by yourself.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
Just don't
go.
But
same thing with like Street Fighter.
Yeah,
you got to watch that with a friend.
Well, I watched it by myself and kind of liked it. But I knew it
are
was terrible.
ridiculous.
I knew it was terrible. I knew it's bad. It's just one of those guilty pleasure movies. It's so bad you laugh whether you're watching it by yourself or not. But Double Dragon had Robert Patrick, Mark Dacascos. I know you don't probably know who that is, but he was an action star back in the day, in the '90s and stuff. Did a lot of those types of movies. They
Okay.
had parts of movie Tales from the Hood was the movie we were talking about the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That I couldn't
Yep.
remember the name of. That's what it was. They did some stuff in there. We can go past a bunch of stuff.
Wait, no.
What?
1996. They had a hand in Dinosaur Valley
I know.
Girls.
I was saying a bunch of stuff because I was going to talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well, there's
that's
three
what-
that we skipped.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Dinosaur
sure
Valley
that's
Girls.
I'm sure that's terrible. I'm sure it's very bad. It got a 3.1. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie in '97, which apparently got really bad ratings. But I know a lot of the stuff that I was too old for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff that they built and the creature designs for a lot of those episodes and series were awesome. I
They were great.
will give them that. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
Well, the one thing Power Rangers had going for it is like towards the end of the episode they make the Mega whatever,
Yeah, the
and
Mega
they would be like the
Zord,
big
whatever,
kaiju's.
yeah.
Well, then they would have these monsters, and all of these monsters always had something to do with like an object. So there was like a monster that was made of all eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was one that was like a big clock. So they were very inventive with their design of the creatures. And on Turbo, there's actually some really cool monsters in there. I'm not saying it's a good movie, but you would definitely
No, but
appreciate
Google
what they
Google
put.
some of the Power Ranger monsters. You know, just go to images.
Yeah.
You know, and see some of the cool stuff that people made. So you got some Ninja Turtle stuff. I don't particularly remember if they were any good. They worked on the Dune series, which is highly rated to some people. It's like a. It's like a. They cut it into like one of those TV, you know, it's like 4 parts or whatever. But I think most people see it as a movie though, even though it's like 4 hours long or whatever. It's something like ridiculous. You know, like
Yeah.
like The Stand, is it? The Stephen King. How it's like one of
Yeah,
those like
they're
4
TV
hour
miniseries.
TV miniseries. Yeah, that's what they did.
Okay.
They did 5 or 6 episodes of The Simpsons. So everyone knows that. They like we mentioned Elf earlier.
Uh-huh.
Team America World Police. Garfield, The Tale of Two Kitties. I mean, come on. It's high quality animation there. I loved Garfield growing up, but I mean, that
I did
2006 was crap. The cartoon was great when I was a kid.
Yeah, I like the cartoon a little bit.
I'm going to skip over
Bill
a bunch
Murray
of stuff there.
was original, right?
I think he was part of the movie, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So they did some stuff in Resident Evil 5. Dinner for Schmucks, some more Simpsons stuff. They had something to do with Elvira's movie Macabre. Or I forget how to say that word.
Macabre.
Macabre. That's what it is. Yeah. I always forget that one.
Yeah, because I
Santa
always...
Claus Conquers the Martians episode.
Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
It's
Why have I not
terrible.
heard this?
It's terrible, that movie. It's black and white. It's from like the 50s. It's so bad.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
skip
it's
it.
it's one of those you know, there's no like Night of the Living Dead. It's common, whatever the fuck. God damn it. Words.
Public domain.
Public domain. Yes, it's a public domain movie.
Okay. Yeah, we could skip that.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole Night of the Little Dead short. I actually would like to see that. I'm kind of curious. Got highly rated. It's
Yeah.
11 minutes, but kind of curious.
I got 11 minutes to spare though.
Yeah, they worked on Chillerrama. I never saw it, but it's something I was meant to watch. I know it's probably pretty bad, but it's the closing night at the last drive-in theater in America, and the manager Cecil Kaufman, little throw to Lloyd there, planned to show 4 movies filmed so rare they never been exhibited public in American soil until tonight, and then shit hits the fan, kind of.
That actually sounds really good.
It's not though. It's like one of those really low budget.
I don't think that's always a bad thing. A low budget.
No,
does not
I'm talking like
necessarily
I'm
mean-
pretty sure it's one of those that's like looks like it's filmed with someone's cell phone from like 1987.
like
even though
is it
cell
like
phones,
Thanksgiving.
I think it's even lower budget than that.
Oh no.
Yeah, or around there.
The plot sounded good.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. It sounds like it could be cool. It sounds like it could be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of them. So and then a lot of just cartoons and little family stuff. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff in here. There's just so much to go over. I don't want to bore people
Yeah.
with it.
They're
They're supposedly working.
Announced section.
Yeah, that's probably where I was just gonna say They're working on a return of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space in 3D right now.
Okay.
I don't know how far they got into it, but because of what's
do we
going
have
on.
any kind of information about production or anything?
I don't know. It's it's so hard to go off of anything on IMDb sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been on here for a couple years, but supposedly it's getting made. Oh wow!
It's just a matter of when.
More like this: Killer Clowns from Kansas on crack, 2.1. It just came up on IMDb as I clicked on to see if there was more info on this. Yeah, they recommend
Save
movies.
That link. Save that link.
The shit we find.
I am excited. You know what? And Gore's probably gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, she's probably already seen it. She probably owns it. Killer Clowns from Kansas on crack. Straight to video 2003.
Is crack spelled with a K?
Yes, it's all spelled with a K. Everything's spelled with a K.
Yes.
Wow.
Save that link,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, so that
I wanna see
movie
if it's on
called
YouTube right
Unhallowed. Okazme Killer Sushi. I mean, that could be fun. I mean, a vengeful sushi chef disposes of his victims in a very unique way. I mean,
Okay.
I would watch that if it's done right. And it's just there's just a lot of stuff in here. They've done a lot of Disney stuff and whatnot. They're a pretty popular company. I have a ton of respect for their work. You can't go wrong with the puppet. It's not on here, unfortunately. I don't know why, but I just realized we skipped over or we missed it when we were going through there. But they did, because we talked about it. Did Ernest Scared Stupid? So
Yes.
all the clown masks, a lot of the stuff was reused from Killer Clowns from Outer Space and repainted in
Yep.
there. A lot of people don't know that. They just have this unique art design that they do, which is them.
Yeah.
You
Like an animated real life look. It's the closest thing of a cartoon coming to life. And a lot of companies can't do that well or with justice. Obviously, like if you saw the Flintstones movie and you saw like the dinosaurs and Dino, they look like shit. Like these guys look like they can take cartoons and make them real.
Well, I think that's why Elf worked the way it did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
Elf was good.
When they worked in a lot of the effects on Elf, Elf is funny. A lot of people don't necessarily like it the first time they watch it, but it's one of
a
those
cute
movies.
Christmas
It grows on you. It does. It grows
Yeah.
on you. It's good. It still holds
It's a
up to this
cute
day.
Christmas movie. It's good for the whole family.
Yeah, if you got a family, got little
you-
relatives,
Can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you search up the name on that Killer Clowns from Kansas on crack for me quick? Because I'm on YouTube, and I see this guy, Charles Cullen, uploaded something 10 years ago, like a trailer, but then the same account uploaded a new trailer just a year ago.
Charles E. Cullen.
I'm subscribing to him right now. It is a 7-minute trailer. He has 383 subscribers, and now he has 384.
Alrighty. Let's see
Thank
what
God.
else is recommended here for us.
I'd hate to see our movie
The
recommendation list.
the killer clown meets the Candyman,
Okay.
but it's not. Have you ever wondered what might happen if serial killers John Gacy and Dean Kroll meet Charles Manson?
Nope.
No, don't care. Aliens
Never had that thought.
Aliens from Uranus. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 1976. Critters, 1986, and Pumpkinhead. So I mean, not all trash. And
Right,
more
yeah.
like this. But yeah, I mean, but just in general, I know we got a little off on a tangent there, but overall, you really
Very
can't.
respectable company.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, mostly for their horror stuff, you can't go wrong with it. They had this little goofy kind of tone to them, and it
Even their
shows.
stop animation, though.
Yeah. Their work is top notch. They're a high quality company.
And they surprise me because they've done puppetry work, they've done costume work, they've done special effects work, they've done like the Mouseketeer or the Mouseware. I mean, like they've done all these different aspects of the business that usually a company can only do one or maybe two.
Yeah.
They're like jack of all trades.
Yeah, and I feel like their stop animation can rival and hold up to the Harry Housen. Oh, fuck, I can never say his fucking name.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Like
like
the old Frankenbergshire ones. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
he's the creator and the godfather and the best that ever did it. But a lot of their stuff can hold candle to, you know what I mean? No one really does that anymore. It's such an art. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like it's so hard to do. It costs a ton of money to do it because about time
Patience and
time consuming it is. Like, it's just crazy. So check out their stuff. Check out their horror stuff, Critters, Killer Clowns, all the other stuff that they go on. Highly
Team
recommended.
America,
Team
if you've
America,
never seen-
UHF, Darkman.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's
we went through it. They can go and listen.
there's all sorts of stuff. So
I would recommend of all that though Team America because it is actually impressive to see a full feature length film done 100% by puppets
and done the way they did it with Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Yeah.
Directing it and writing it, and they just supplied the puppetry, and it's awesome. And it all matches up too. Even like the mouths moving for the most part matches up perfectly. It's crazy.
And nobody's done it ever since.
Nope.
That blows my mind.
Nope. All right, so on that note, I think we're gonna call this. And
I am Gray.
I'm Wolfman. I hope you enjoyed. Go follow us on Patreon and all the fun things. And GrindHaus out.